Hey folks, this is Billy DKY, the truth seeker that simplifies and demystifies. Today we're going to be talking about how pleasure causes problems. This is going to be the third video in that series, and hopefully it'll be the last. And I'm pretty sure it will be. So let's get started so we can make sure we end this thing. And thanks for hanging on. Okay. So let me see. No, I'm not saying that you should try to live without as many... Okay. Let me start up. Am I saying all these things are harmful? No. I'm saying that you should try to live without as many of these pleasures as possible and notice the impact it has on your life. Am I saying give them all up today? No, again, I'm saying start to restrain yourself in small ways, and again, notice the positive impact it has on your life and the people around you. I think I've said enough about it. Let's go to the next paragraph. It will be painful and miserable to give up pleasures which are the opposite of giving into pleasures. So notice, you're here in harmony and you start indulging in pleasures. You go over here. So you experience pleasure to go over here. Well, guess what it's going to cause you to come back? Misery, pain. You get to deal with all the issues you were running from. It's not going to be a fun journey. Like I said, going up that hill is not fun. It's fun to sleigh ride down the hill. It's not fun to walk back up. Okay. Have you ever been around anyone giving up cigarettes? They can be a right pain in the ass. And guess what? If you start giving up pleasure, you're going to be a right pain in the ass until you get over it. It's going to take time for your mind to adjust. Your mind's going to have to start creating endorphins that you are artificially feeling with pleasures, or whatever the mind chemistry is on that. The people who give up smoking, they're miserable and irritable, but it only lasts for a while until their mind adjusts. Likewise, the misery and pain you'll face are only temporary until your mind fully adjusts. It isn't easy giving up pleasure, but it is necessary. Next paragraph. Make sure you get done with this video. Life is more than the pursuit of pleasure. And I really get sick of this question. Well, if you ain't going to live for pleasure, what are you living for? Let me go on next sentence. Life is about staying connected with the essence of life. It's not about pleasure. If you find yourself losing that connection, then regain it by giving up your pleasurable indulgence. Anytime people become too unhealthy, what do? They always have to give up some pleasure, and it's typically giving up some pleasurable food. Why not avoid the misery in the first place? The drug addict's life would have been much better if it had never gotten involved with drugs. Likewise, your life would be much better if you had never gotten involved in pleasurable indulgence. Some people, and again, avoid the misery. Prevention is the best cure. We all know that. Practice it. Some people think I'm trying to take away their life when I talk about giving up pleasures. However, the exact opposite is true. Does a drug addict have more life by indulging in drugs? Of course not. Your life looks boring to a drug addict. However, the opposite is true. When I tell people the greatest life is about giving up pleasure, they think it would be too boring. However, the exact opposite is true. You live more fully than when you don't indulge in pleasure. I'm not trying to take your life away from you. I'm trying to give you a life you've never known. A life that you can't even imagine, having the power and the insight and the intuition and the senses of a wild animal. That's what I'm giving you. Does that sound boring? It ain't boring. It only looks boring. Lao Tzu said going forward looks like a treat. And that's why people have a hard time. They think I'm trying to take something away, and I am trying to take something away. I'm trying to take away your minor little pleasures and your misery, and I'm trying to show you a life of potential, a life full of energy, a life that is more amazing than you could ever imagine. I am trying to wake you up to your destiny. Can you not hear me knocking? Maybe now you can hear it. Anyway. Okay. Okay, the path of pleasure looks amazing but truly is boring. The path of truth looks boring but truly is amazing. I'm not trying to take away your life. I'm trying to show you the optimal life that is full of life and experiences. Try to see past the immediate delusion of boredom. And this has been known for a long time. That's what Lao Tzu said, going forward looks like a treat. Moses said we left the Garden of Eden. Why did we leave the Garden of Eden? People always want to say the Garden of Eden is 2,000 years ago or thousands of years. It ain't. It's right here, right now. It's not you. The Garden of Eden didn't leave you. You left it. Our ancestors left it by indulging in pleasures and egotistical attainments. That is the path away from the Garden of Eden. And the path back to the Garden of Eden is giving up your egotistical, pleasure-seeking ways. And you will know it too if you do it and practice it and not argue with me over silly crap. Just do it. Try it. If I'm a lunatic, you'll soon know I'm a lunatic. Because you'll try it. If you just want to argue with me, you're not really doing nothing. Okay. Well, I think I did that. Again, this isn't a philosophical or religious argument. My life became completely miserable. I had to change my ways. I saved my life by giving up my pleasures and egotistical attainments a little each day. In fact, I'm still doing it on a day-to-day basis. I deal with ego. I will try to deal with ego sometime in the future on a video. I'm close to done. The price for freedom is constant vigilance over your pleasurable. Excuse me, let me start again. The price of freedom is constant vigilance over pleasure and ego. Woo! I did it, folks. We got done. 3 videos. Again, I'm not trying to take nothing away from you. I'm trying to show you something amazing. Don't let it slip through your hands. Listen to what I'm telling you. Just try it. Like I said, baby steps. It ain't going to kill you to try a little baby step and see what happens. If nothing happens, you don't want to go any further, stop. It's real simple. Anyway, folks, if you wouldn't mind, please rate the video and later, and I hope you give it a shot.